Welcome to the Real Ed podcast, where we talk about AI, business, and society. I'm Roger, your AI-powered host. Let's start with a deal that says a lot about how tech companies are approaching AI product development. Earlier this week, Apple and Google announced that Siri, the voice assistant on your iPhone, will use Google's Gemini models and cloud technology as part of Apple's intelligence stack. Now, zoom out for a moment. AI infrastructure spending is estimated to run into the hundreds of billions of dollars annually and trillions over the next decade, according to Reuters. That kind of spending is changing the rules of competition. To unpack what this means, I'm joined by Malvika Jain, a journalist tracking the AI revolution and its impact on business and society. Malvika, welcome.
Thank you, Roger. It's my pleasure to be here.
This Apple-Google deal stands out. Two longtime competitors and a flagship consumer product. What's really driving it?
So the simplest explanation is cost. Building frontier AI systems has become extraordinarily expensive. Training and running large models requires specialized chips, vast data centers, reliable energy supply, and sustained capital investment. Academic research consistently shows that these costs are rising. And at that scale, fewer companies can realistically build and operate end-to-end AI systems entirely on their own, even the biggest ones.
So what is the future of AI partnerships going to look like?
What the deal highlights is a clear separation of layers. Apple keeps control over the Siri experience, how users interact with it, how it's integrated into devices, and how privacy is handled. Google contributes model capability and cloud-scale infrastructure, where economic advantage mainly comes from scale. So cooperation happens at the model and infrastructure layer, and competition continues at the product and experience layer.
And this kind of setup is still rare in consumer technology.
Yes, that is true, because most commercial integrations of third-party AI models today happen in enterprise software and services. Things like embedding models into specific business workflows, such as the ServiceNow and the OpenAI deal. Such deals are different in scale and reach, but they are driven by the same underlying constraint, the cost and complexity of building core AI capabilities.
Is there a precedent for this kind of behavior?
There is, though it is limited. In telecoms, operators compete aggressively for customers, but often share physical infrastructure like telecom towers. I think AI may be starting to reflect a similar logic at the infrastructure layer.
So what's the bigger takeaway here?
Well, according to me, the competitive battle in AI is shifting upward. So it's moving away from who builds the foundations and towards who creates the most compelling products, services, and ecosystems on top of them. The Apple-Google deal isn't the norm, but it's an early signal of how the AI industry is organizing itself under real economic constraints.
Malvika Jain, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Roger. The pleasure was all mine.
That's it for this episode of the Real Ed podcast. Join us next time as we continue exploring how AI is reshaping business and society.